different, but just as somebody that...
That's why I'm here. I was here Saturday when they asked me.
Okay.
Your backpack is like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You got it?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you need a hand warmer? You need a hand warmer.
Good evening, Status Coup. This is Tina-Desiree Berg, and we are reporting live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the vigil for Alex Pretti that is being organized by the nurses. A lot of grieving folks here tonight. We have some New Orleans style music coming in to celebrate Alex. Yeah.
We talked to her the other day.
Do you want to come with us down here?
Somebody, please stay out of traffic.
Those are the best.
It's keeping my phone warm.
Yeah, my phone froze 2 days ago.
It's on my phone.
If you are just joining us, this is Tina-Desiree Berg reporting live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the Alex Pretti Vigil that is being organized by the nurses. We have a lot of musicians coming in doing sort of this New Orleans style celebration of his life. Lots of grieving folks are here. You see many with tears in their eyes. It was also reported earlier today that the Border Patrol agents, the 2 Border Patrol agents that were responsible for shooting Alex, are on administrative leave, which is different from what Greg Bovino had said earlier. However, I do want to point out that administrative leave doesn't really mean much. They're still going to be able to collect their paychecks while this investigating ourselves kind of thing happens. And I don't think we're going to see any charges. Normally, in a case like this, you would see the FBI open a civil rights investigation. We initially had the killer of Renee Good, Jonathan Ross. The FBI in Minneapolis had opened an investigation into Jonathan Ross over that, but that was shut down by the Trump administration, and the SA in charge that had opened that investigation resigned in response. And what basically with Alex Pretti's murder, we don't know who those Border Patrol agents are, but we do know that they're not going to be opening a civil rights investigation into them.
Right, Alex Pretti, let's say his name.
Alex Pretti! Alex Pretti!
Although it looks like they closed it out. So when we first got there, there was an overwhelmingly large crowd spilling out into the street, obviously. And initially, the police department was not going to shut down the road, but it looks like they finally did. There's just too many people here. It was not safe. The officer present here told us that that was the chief's decision to not close the road, but maybe that has changed. It's hard to record. I want to interview
Now?
whenever you think. Yeah.
See my face?
No, it's up to you. Whatever makes you comfortable. I can see that you're crying a little bit.
It's okay. It's always a tragedy when a good man's taken.
Yeah, indeed. So, I just met this gal, and she is somebody. You're a retired nurse, or you're still a nurse?
I worked in housekeeping. I worked in housekeeping at the VA. I'm a veteran, Army veteran, and I received my care from there. And Alex worked in 2P, which is ICU. And I was in there a lot having to clean. And they only have 10 rooms in there and 6 nurses.
So there's only 10 rooms and 6 nurses at the V where he was working at the VA. That
ICU, yeah. It's one of the worst duties. I mean, it's one of the hardest duties a nurse can do, working in the ICU. You've got 30 IVs running and ports running, and you've got people in various stages of whether it be, recovering from surgery, strokes, accidents, things of that nature. So requires a special type of individual to work in there. Yeah.
So after Alex was murdered, what were your...
I came over here that afternoon when I heard about it. And I came over here and there was no protest going on at the time, but then all of a sudden the state troopers showed up and they hit us with CS gas. So I got gassed twice. Yeah.
That was a brutal protest. We were there that day. It was probably one of the most brutal protests I've ever watched. How are you feeling now?
Previous Saturday I was at the Whipple building and I had been sprayed by Homeland Security. We were on the sidewalk peaceably protesting. Yeah, we were on the sidewalk and they stood there for like 10 minutes eyeballing us. We were all in black, and then they charged us and pushed us up against the fence and hit us with spray. I don't know if it was bear spray. It was horrible, or pepper. I don't know. I've never been, being an Army vet, I've been gassed. Okay, I can handle that. But that stuff is awful.
It is awful. I can't imagine what it must feel like to know that they're not going to have a civil rights investigation into his death, or to look at the officers.
I have no faith in the federal government at all. I raised my hand to uphold the Constitution and support and defend this country, but I have no faith in this regime, this fascist regime as I call it, and the laws are being broken. ICE is not police, but they're behaving like rogue police. It's unforgivable. What they did, what the Border Patrol did to Alex is unconscionable. If I had been here earlier in the day, that would have been me over there, because I'm not going to put up. I was raised. My mom was from Chicago. My dad was from Roberts, Wisconsin. I was raised with Midwest values. You don't treat women that way. And I'm a female veteran, but I know how to stand up, for people. I've been doing that my whole life. And I wouldn't have put up with seeing that. I don't care who it was getting pushed. Black, brown, yellow, green, it doesn't matter. That nobody deserves that from these people. They need to get the hell out of Minneapolis and Minnesota. They need to go back to their caves. I'm a firm believer they need to clear ICE out, bring INS back, and at that point interview these rogue people. And if they pass muster, bring them on back in. Otherwise, kick them loose. That's how I feel.
Okay, so that's an interesting point you're bringing up about INS. So for folks that don't know what that is, this was before the Department of Homeland Security was created. So I'm going back to the George W. Bush presidency. He created DHS. He moved many of the tasks that had been previously done by the FBI and others, INS, into DHS, added ICE. That was a new thing. So,
in my opinion, it's the worst thing that ever happened to this country, him creating that cabinet, because the Department of Justice could have handled it. I was working for Southwest Airlines at the time. That was tragic for us. I never parked and pushed and unloaded so many aircraft in my life that day. And I was out in Nevada when it happened. So we had one of the longest airports in the West Coast. So we were getting a lot of planes down over there, pushing and parking them. Reno, yeah. So it's high altitude, 6,000 feet elevation, 6,000 foot runway.
So let me ask you this. Congressman Ro Khanna told us the other day that he's going to introduce a bill to defund ICE. He feels the same way you do, that they should bring back INS. Do you think he has a chance of making that happen?
God, I hope so. I hope that enough Americans are watching at Minnesota stand up to these idiots. I call them the 47. They don't even deserve to be called ICE. They haven't earned that title. They don't have the training. They missed out on that last 8 weeks of de-escalation. I was in security, armed security too, so I know all about that kind of stuff. So, yeah, you're responsible for that. And they're saying only 2 guys unalived him. No, it was more than that. And it's on video.
It's pretty obvious that he was murdered. Every angle shows that. There's a definite disconnect between the video evidence and what they're claiming.
I hope BCA. I have faith in BCA. Okay, honest to God. I don't know if you're from here, but
Los Angeles.
Okay, I'm born and bred Californian. So I lived in Woodland Hills for many years. So BCA is our Bureau of Criminal Apprehension here in Minnesota, and they are charged over all of the law enforcement entities. I currently have a complaint in with them on a Hennepin County deputy who came out of his vehicle, shoved his door on me. I went over to ask him a question, and I asked him, please keep your dog restrained. Came out of his vehicle, and he pushed me with both. I said, I'm an Army veteran. I want to ask you a question. Came out of his vehicle, and he pushed me with both of his hands forcibly, grabbed my left arm, and tried to take me to the ground.
We're going to bow out. Yeah, because they're going to do some speeches now. I don't want to. We want to be respectful of their speeches over here. Thank you for talking to us. Yeah, I hope so.
I believe in legislature as well as peaceably protesting. That's our rights. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, yes, thank you for talking with us.
You're welcome, man.
Blessings.
Thank you, Hi, guys.
I'm going to see if I can get in a little bit closer with the mic so we can hear what's being said. Do you think that's even remotely possible? There's a lot of people here.
I think you can squeeze in there.
Do you mind if I squeeze by to try to get the... How far can I get away from you before we lose? Oh, sorry guys. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, it looks like we have a bagpipe player.
Michael Redmond on the bagpipes. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Okay, we have a couple people that want to say a few words, and I'll start off with Candy Matsky here.
Thank you very much. My name's Candy Matsky. I'm a registered nurse representing M&A, Minnesota Nurses Association. I just want a tiny moment of silence, and then I will try to express the words of Amanda Gorman. She wrote this on the 24th of January, 2026. We awake with no words, just woe and wound. Our own country shooting us in the back is not just brutality, it's jarring betrayal, not enforcement, but execution. A message: love your people and you will die. Yet our greatest threat isn't the outsiders among us, but those among us who never look within. Fear not those without papers, but those without conscience. Know that to care intensively, united, is to carry both pain, dark horror for today, and a profound, daring hope for tomorrow. We can feel we have nothing to give, and still beloved this world waiting, trembling to change. If we cannot find words, may we find the will. If we ever lose hope, may we never lose our humanity. The only undying thing is mercy, the courage to open ourselves like doors, hug our neighbors, and save one more bright, impossible life. Amanda Gorman.
Thank you, Candy. That was beautiful. Who was Amanda Gorman?
The fourth.
Oh, right. Okay. Would you want to speak? Yeah. Does it Noor? And then I have Noor Tamimi here, who also wants to say a few words.
Hello everyone, thank you all for coming together to support our nurses, to support our community. This is what's all about. Yes, thank you. Hi everyone, thank you for all being here. My name is Noor Tamimi. I am a registered nurse at Regents Hospital. I am also an immigrant that came to America from Lebanon. I have been living in fear lately, looking over my shoulders, having to walk around with my passport. What brought me in here today is exactly this, our community. It encouraged me to speak up. This is our time to speak up for our freedom, for our right to be as healthcare workers. We are protectors. It's within our instinct. We always get thrown into uncertain circumstances, and it's in our nature to advocate, to protect, to love, to save a life. And that's exactly what Alex was doing to his last breath. We are here grieving tonight. We are here supporting one another in a community. And as we all grieve together, we need to come together. We need to take Alex's journey and carry it in our heart, carry his compassion within us, and give from him to our patients, to our community, to our family, and to each other. This will not break us. Alex's name will never be forgotten. Alex will live among us. I take him in with me. I took him in with me to the hospital when I went to work. I drank my coffee and I remembered him. I had a piece of chocolate. I did not know Alex, but I know a lot of nurses. We all work together. We all show love. We show caring. No matter what comes our way. Keep doing what you're doing and carry Alex's love, Alex's journey. Go out on bike rides. Do not give up. Stand within each other. Stay strong, because this is what we are meant to be doing. And this time, we are not done yet. This is just beginning. We still have a way to go. We still need to speak up. We still need to stick together and protect one another and hold our community together, because what will it take? Who will protect us? Who is going to protect us? We protect ourselves. Who keeps us safe? We keep. Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Say his name.
Alex Pretti.
Say his name.
Alex Pretti.
Say his name.
Alex Pretti.
Alex, thank you for your service, for caring for all your patients, for saving so many lives, for curing and caring with compassion to your very last breath. I wish you were still here, but we will carry on your journey from here on forward. I would like to take a minute for us as a community, as we're here today on the ground where Alex took his last breath, and take a couple deep breaths together for Alex in his name. So stand wherever you are. We've been all holding into our breaths. I have been noticing that within myself as well. Breathing has been very hard. This has been very painful, and you are not alone. So stand where you are with the intention to breathe for Alex, for Renee, for all those who are suffering the grief, for their families, friends, co-workers, our healthcare system that's struggling right now with ICE being present in our hospitals. ICE out of our hospitals.
Ice out.
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 ICE out of our hospitals.
Ice out. Ice out.
ICE out.
Ice out.
ICE out.
Ice out.
ICE out.
Ice out.
ICE out.
Ice out.
Out of our schools. Out of our hospitals. Out of our communities. With that being said, let's get back to our breathing. Let's breathe. Sometimes that's all we can do. That's all you can do for each other, for your coworkers. When they're struggling, when they're suffering, when it's painful, breathe. So stay where you are right now and take a deep breath in. In a community, close your eyes, you can keep them open. Set the intention. Breath in. And then out. Let's do this again a couple more times. Breath in. Hold it. And breath out. Breath in. Breath out. There is your lifetime. It is within each breath we take, because we're never guaranteed the next moment. Keep breathing, keep loving, and take on Alex's journey in your nursing career, in your compassion, in your love. Advocate for your patients, and keep going, keep showing up. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Ice out!
Ice out.
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 Thank you so much, Noor. That was beautiful. Thank you, thank you. How y'all doing out there? You frozen solid yet? You okay? I am. Okay, I just have a little something to say, and then We might close it out with the brass band unless I meet up with other couple of people that wanted to talk. And then we can...
Be quiet, Allie. Real loud. You got it. Yep.
All right. Again, everybody, hello. My name's Allie Marcanti, and I'm a nurse at United Hospital. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Vivia. Thank you, Ashley, for helping me plan this. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Lauren. Thank all of you guys for coming here. You're all amazing. Thank you for braving the cold, braving the streets that don't feel safe anymore, being brave enough to show up for your fellow nurses and the people that love us. Thank you for being the adaptable professionals you are and dealing with my 8,000 location changes. That was... yeah, that could have gone better. Okay. So what do we... Sorry. What do we do when our community suffers a loss like this? How are we supposed to hold on to hope amidst all the chaos and hateful comments being thrown our way? This is what we do, people. We're doing it. We show up for each other. This is how we begin to heal. This wasn't where any of us wanted to be right now, mourning this brave young man. But we showed up because that's what we do in Minnesota. We show up. I didn't have the privilege of knowing Alex Pretti personally, but when I watched that horrifying video, I recognized a caregiver. He jumped in to help someone without a second thought to his own safety. After putting himself between the woman and the Border Patrol agent, he calmly attempted to de-escalate the situation. Nurses are unfortunately no stranger to verbal and physical aggression. We know what to do. You only ever de-escalate. Unlike the 6 or so ICE or Border Patrol agents that only agitated and escalated, Alex was the only calm professional.
Yes.
Reportedly, one of the last things out of Alex Pretti's mouth as he was being violently wrestled to the pavement was, "Are you okay?" Spoken to the woman he was trying to protect. He was a nurse until the very end.
Yes.
Got this, Allie.
Yes.
I am broken because I saw myself in Alex Pretti. This could easily be any one of us living our values of compassion for others. And shame on this administration for trying to paint him as the aggressor. Shame! The only domestic terror threat in the state of Minnesota are ICE and Border Patrol agents in our communities causing chaos, tearing apart families, and trampling on our constitutional rights. To Alex Pretti's parents, I am so sorry. Alex should still be here. Your son deserves justice. And you deserve a personal apology from Bovino, Nome, and Trump. That's right. To suffer the loss of your child and then to hear that garbage trying to justify a false narrative is an unimaginable reality that we are all struggling with. I hope it is some small consolation to you that nobody is buying the trash coming out of these people's mouths. It didn't work. We all saw the video. We saw what kind of man your son is. We stand with you in your fight for justice for Alex. There's a sign.
Yes.
There's a sign somewhere here that I saw that says, "Rest easy, Alex. We'll take it from here." You're damn right we will. This is how we honor him. We continue the fight. And to every ICE and Border Patrol agent in this state, we will never stop watching you. We will continue to exercise our First Amendment right and film all the illegal stuff you're doing for your future court date. Because it's going to happen. We will never stop protecting our neighbors and warning them when you're near. Our immigrant community only makes our neighborhoods stronger, and we love our immigrant neighbors. We're fighting for our communities and the very democratic ideals that this country was founded on. This is a fight you will never win because we will never stop. Rest in power, Alex Pretti. We'll take over from here. Say his name. Alex Say his name. Alex Pretti. Say his name. Alex Pretti. Say her name. Alex Pretti. That was Renee good, but good job. Say her name. Renee Good. Say her name. Renee Good. Say her name. Renee Good. Sorry guys, I don't work really good when it's this cold out. I'm like an old car.
I feel you.
You're great, Allie. We got this.
Thanks guys. Okay, last chance. Is there anybody that I spoke to that wanted to say a few words? Going once, going twice. All right. All right.
Hold on.
All right.
Can I say something?
Did I talk to you online?
Yeah. My name's Todd. I run Black Lives Matter.
Oh, yeah. Come on up.
Say his name. 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 We have lost now 2 lives in the city of Minneapolis due to negligence on behalf of ICE agents. In the United States, we are losing more citizens getting caught in the wash and being harmed in order to remove immigrants from the country. We are standing up for our neighbors who are being harassed by ICE agents. It says love thy neighbor. So when you see injustice happening, it's our right and it's our duty to speak up. We're all speaking up right now by bringing your bodies into the mix. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. This is no political stunt for the crowd of the masses to be out here. We are all out here for a reason. This gentleman who is a nurse, who is taking care of thousands and thousands and thousands of people, had his life cut short due to the negligence of ICE agents. We need ICE out of the state of Minnesota immediately. We will no longer sit by and be quiet and just take it. We know that is what is happening to people of color that are citizens in the United States of America being harassed by ICE agents. These are facts. And we're all Americans. White, black, brown, pick a color.
No more!
Every single person out here deserves a round of applause for yourselves. This is what it looks like when you stand up, come out as a protester, maybe by yourself, not knowing what you might be confronted with, the dangers, leaving your families at home, them kissing you, them loving on you before you walk out of that door, because you never know what might happen because these ICE agents are so reckless. And all we want to do is have a simple ceremony peacefully and show love to each other. This is our right. We want ICE out now. ICE out! 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 Bring us to the table. This is a national problem. And we got real community leaders that need to be at the forefront having these conversations with the state representatives. ICE out!
Thank you so much. What was your name again? Ty. Thank you. Thank you, sir. ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! All right, everybody.
Let me come this way.
I have Cora Newman here who wants to say a couple words.
Thank you. I just arrived from Montana. My name's Cora Newman. I'm actually a state senator from Montana. And we are bringing 27 states to Minnesota this week to stand in solidarity with all of you. We aren't seeing ICE in our state yet. We're a red state. They are not targeting us the way that they are targeting you. That's why we're here. Because the American people are fine with rule of law. They're fine with having laws enforced. But we are not okay with masked, unidentified federal agents roaming our streets, killing Americans. And so what I want to commit to you is that together across the United States, 27 states and growing, we have come here to stand with you and say, we can take care of our own communities. We do not need masked federal agents coming into our communities and murdering mothers and nurses and community members. So I'm grateful that you all are welcoming us here. I promise you we are going to fight all across this country in all of the states that we represent to say no more violence in our streets. And I also want to welcome you anytime to Montana. We love you. We love you, Minnesota. Yes, we are going to try.
Thank you so much. We love you too. This is what community looks like.
Community looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Woo! All right. I think that might be wrapping it up a little bit, unless anybody else wants to say anything.
So I'm looking out across the crowd trying to get a measure of actually how many people are here tonight. And it's hard to tell because we're kind of buried in the front here, but originally they had boxed everybody into one side of the street, and I know that they've now eliminated that, and people are taking up the entire street, and it goes back. You guys, How many people do you guys think are here tonight? What's your best guess? It's a lot.
How
far back does I know? Right? I can't see that far back either. Like
1,200.
1,200. Okay.
Don't take that.
I was going to say 1,000, so I'm going to go with your number. You're taller than me. You can see the crowd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, there's a lot of folks here. It's been growing as we've been, after we started. So lots of people walking around with candles. We just heard some fantastic speeches. People are mourning.
Status Coup, the best.
Thank you. You want to come talk to us?
Yeah.
All right.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Not too bad.
What is your name?
My name's Chad.
Hey, Chad. Thank you for saying that. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts right now about there not being a civil rights investigation into these two officers that shot Alex?
I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either. It's just the nature of things were.
It sucks so bad. It sucks so bad.
I think, initially they had opened an investigation into the man that shot Renee Good, but then the Trump administration came in, shut that civil rights investigation down, and then instructed the FBI to investigate Renee Good's spouse instead and issued a warrant on a dead person. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. My wife's from Colombia, so I've been marching every night. I've been hanging out with my friends here on TikTok every night. I got banned for 7 days for saying some stupid stuff. Well, I didn't even say it. But yeah. So I am streaming, showing the world, the community and how we come together. And I mean, this is incredible.
How many people would you say are here? 1,200?
Oh, way more than that.
Way more than that.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know how far it goes that way. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know how far it goes. Yeah.
Say hello to Status Coup.
Hey, Status Coup. Yeah, nice to formally meet you.
I actually want to ask you about TikTok real quick. Mm-hmm. So we have a situation.
TikTok,
this is becoming very political.
Sure.
Yeah, there is a situation. This is not surprising to me. I believe that the reason Elon Musk bought Twitter was because, again, this is a way to control media, right? You've already seen the billionaires buy up the major mainstream outlets. Now, why not include social media in that? Because a lot of the news that people consume comes from social media now. So it makes sense that they would go after that too.
100%.
What are you going to do about TikTok?
Yeah, it's funny because I just got allowed back on TikTok, but I've posted some things that probably these guys here weren't able to see, and it's completely censored. It's unbelievable. And before, my wife is a conspiracy theorist about everything, and I'm not. Okay. And so when I brought this
Please tell me she's not QAnon.
No.
I got to check.
God, no. She's like a fun conspiracy theorist.
Okay. I got you.
But, yeah, so when this happened, it was like, there's no way they're censoring it, right? It's just because maybe something was said that was, we were at the WIPA building. I go to the WIPA building every night. Okay. Just someone gave me a megaphone, and so I've played Kid in a Candy Store.
You've been using it.
Saying some stuff. Yeah. And so I got banned for 7 days, and it wasn't something I said. It was something somebody else said. And but anyways, I forgot where we were.
That's all right. I was just wondering what you thought about Trump taking Trump investment firm, I believe I should clarify
Trump's
that.
a piece of shit. And it's funny because I'm center, I'm center right typically.
That's all right. Say hi.
Hello. Thanks for coming out tonight. Hi, thanks for coming out tonight. This is really good. We appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right on.
But yeah, center right.
I have to tell you, lots of love here for Status Coup. Everywhere I've been going, everybody's been giving us love, and in fact, I have to tell the audience about this. Last night we got back to our hotel rooms about 11 o'clock, and the hotel staff had left these little care package goodie bags at our doors with a note that basically said, self-care is really important in times like this, and we appreciate you. I know, I'm getting all teary-eyed about it. It was awesome. There was chocolate in there. There was Gatorade. I feel full clams.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. You guys are the best. And, you and there's one or two more that...
Yeah, JT and John.
Yeah. Yep. And then just one or two more that I used to follow. And finally, my wife was like, do you care about what's happening? And I was like, yeah, I do. And she's like, what are you going to do about it? So I've been out every single day since. So So yeah, a lot of times I ain't been home. I just got off work and I called my wife. I was like, hey, I'm gonna probably not see you again tonight. But we're just. It's amazing. What an awesome community. Awesome.
That's the thing. The sense of community here in Minneapolis is very strong. I'm 55. I've been doing this since the 90s.
Stop it. No.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah. But I know I'm 55. But I have never ever had an experience where I came back to a hotel and had that, like what I had last night, and that just was really touching. And to me, it speaks volumes about the community and the quality of commitment that people have here in Minneapolis.
And it may not be, there's a lot. It's heavy right now. But if you were to come a year ago, you might have still gotten the same treatment. Minnesota people are amazing. I don't know where you guys are from, but okay. Oh shit, yeah, no, it's amazing here. And thank you so much for what you do.
No, thank you, Chad. Thank
you. You guys are the best. Status Coup, you guys are the best, and your fans are awesome in there. There's a lot of great community. Yeah. And Russell Dupe, what's up, buddy? I know he's watching. What's up, Dupe? Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you for talking with us, Chad. And we're going to listen to some of this brass music now, but I do want to say this since we just got that shout out. If you are not a member, please consider joining Status Coup and becoming a member. Go to the website, statuscoup.com/join. Your $5 membership is what we use to report on the things like this. It covers our hotel, our live view, food, hotel, all that stuff, airfare. So we would appreciate it if you are not a member joining and supporting our work. It's a great sign over here that says, trust your eyes, not the lies. The Trump administration has been attacking Alex Pretti's character, trying to paint him as a domestic terrorist when that's clearly not the case. sending Alex Pretti off with this beautiful celebration, brass band, sort of reminiscent of what you would see in New Orleans. We're going to take a walk through some of the rest of the crowd. I do want to show folks the memorial that has been set up here on the street. There have been people standing here at the memorial 24 hours a day, keeping it guarded because they don't want the police or anybody else to take it down. Are we able to see? There's lots of people holding candles. Actually, you know, now that I'm walking out here, the crowd might be bigger than 1,200. There's a lot of people here. Are we able to get in? Is that the? Yeah, I guess it is. It's hard. It's hard for us to move through the crowd here, folks. Bear with us. You know, one thing I talk about when I discuss Border Patrol is this existence of these critical incident teams that basically go around and do cover-ups for anything the Border Patrol does that is not above board. This is not the first time we've seen them murder people, straight up murder people. And it sort of is feeling like that's what's happening with this particular situation. The fact that the FBI is not opening a civil rights investigation, looking into it, is not great. The only good thing that might come of this is people having more knowledge about how Border Patrol has been operating. I think they were under the radar for a long time. Anybody that lives in like a border state, Texas, California, would be aware if they paid attention to some of the things that they had been doing. But I don't think the rest of the country had any idea. What we're seeing here in Minneapolis from them is very much on brand. This is not a new thing. People dancing now over by the brass band and singing. So we are going to try to make a way through parts of this crowd, see what's going on in other areas. So you can see now that they've opened, or I should say closed off the entire street so that people can walk out here. Originally when we got here, they were trying to keep the street open, and one of the police officers basically said the chief had made that decision, but obviously that's changed now. There were just too many people here. It was a safety hazard.
Cookie, anyone? At the Sheila.
We have a guy handing out cookies here. Yeah, so this goes all the way back to the other street now. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, this is a pretty large crowd. If you're just joining us, this is Tina-Desiree Berg reporting for Status Coup News in partnership with MeidasTouch. We are at the Alex Pretti Vigil Memorial that has been organized by the nurses, several of which spoke earlier, gave some heartfelt speeches. We did speak with a gal that works at the same VA hospital as him. She was crying a little bit, very sad, of course. But we've also seen a celebration of his life with the brass band, people dancing. I'm stepping off the snowy bank here and trying not to slip sliding away. That ice it is very cold out here, folks. Just to get an idea of how cold it is, my phone literally froze yesterday. Like, I could not get my phone to work. I had to warm it up in the car before it would flip back on. So it is cold out here. Do you know what the temp is today? Last night it was like -7 with the wind chill. I think it's probably close to that right now. So, yeah. Do you want to talk to us?
No, I'm fine. I'll be here for today for protesting with Alex Justice today. So we all immigrant, but we support for immigrant here. We are Minnesota. We are citizen. We all citizen now. We don't scare nobody. We just have to follow the rule. If you're looking criminal, it's the White House right now. So you guys go there and get that guy in the house here. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, we have right to protest now. My name is Abdi Kafi. I'll be here today supporting for Alex today, justice now. We need justice today. And every day. We're just doing right now, we're protesting peaceful. We have no problem with that, yeah. We are Minnesota. We are one now. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
No, the sense of community here in Minneapolis is overwhelming. This is not what you see in a lot of other cities, but you feel it.
Yeah, we feel as one community now. We all Minnesota now. We feel it as a one. We are one Minnesota only. We're looking for justice for Alex Johnson. So we be here. He just fighting for us. He died for us now. So we have to be here every day, every morning. We never get tired with that. Yeah, we're looking for justice for Alex now. Thanks so much for today, for supporting.
Talking with us. Thank you. So just hearing from folks saying they want justice for Alex, they're not happy about a great many things, but a common theme is that these Border Patrol agents are probably never going to be charged with anything. The bare minimum that should happen should be a civil rights litigation. That's not going to happen. But what we saw in that video was clearly a murder. And all we've heard from the Trump administration is not only lies and just really horrifying rhetoric, but they're now trying to paint it's all right. They're now trying to paint Alex as a domestic terrorist. I think Stephen Miller has probably been a part of creating that messaging campaign. He's obviously very against immigrants. He's been a big fighter for this ramp up to what we've been seeing in all these cities from Border Patrol and ICE. So the two Border Patrol agents that shot Alex are on administrative leave, but that doesn't really do much. Basically, when you're on administrative leave, you still get a paycheck, you just don't go to work. And oftentimes in the past when we've seen something similar to that, they just come back to work after they've investigated themselves and swept whatever happened under the rug. So I am suspicious that that's what we're looking at right now. But I would also say that people are not willing to accept that. They want justice. So if it ends up being the case that that happens, I think you're going to have some reactionary forces come into play.
Don't be shy. I mean, I heard. Thank you for being here.
Okay. Yeah. So lots of people like come and say, we love that you're here, but I'm too shy to talk to you. So, all right, I got you. So, what else did we have happen today? So we spent some time out in the field today. Will and I did. We did come across a raid. We will be uploading that video tomorrow. But basically, there was a car accident that occurred in front of a elementary school caused by ICE agents. We're going to be sharing that video. And I actually have a second one where a woman was sitting beside the road with her husband in the car, and an ICE agent rear-ended them, and then two other agents' cars boxed her in, one in the front, one in the back. And then they walked up to her car, asked her husband for his citizenship papers, which he actually had on him. He had a real ID on him. They harassed her. She went to get out of the car because obviously there was car damage. They had hit her car. And the agent was pretty much telling her that if she got out of the car, he was going to arrest her. I mean, this is crazy. They hit your car. How are you supposed to get compensation or justice for the damage that they've caused to your car if you can't even get their information, right? She wasn't able to get their license plates because she was in the car. But having said that, they probably weren't the accurate license plates because these guys are driving around without accurate license plates, as we all know. So we're going to be uploading those later. So tune in for that. And then we also have an interview scheduled tomorrow with a guy that has been tear gassed. I'll leave it at that until we get that uploaded. So let's see if we can find some more people to talk to. Lots of international press here, too. So we can see there's people all the way down the street. We're coming over here to talk to somebody that is organizing at the Whipple Center with the Safe Haven program. My toes are frozen. It's so cold. I'm surprised the camera doesn't die. Is that okay? Okay. Yeah. Hello. Hi. I had to come find you. I have a deep interest in the Safe Haven program, and you're volunteering with them a little bit?
I'm not volunteering with them, but I've been stationed or set up at the Whipple building for the last 5 days or so and gotten to know them and trying to help coordinate with them and get them set up and get whatever they
What is your name?
I'm Megan Voiles.
Megan Voiles? Okay, so the reason I wanted to talk with you, let me explain to the audience what Safe Haven is a little bit, because they're like, what's Safe Haven? I will tell you. So there's
Go by Haven Watch now.
Oh, Haven Watch now. Okay, so Haven Watch. So this is a group of volunteers that are basically getting blankets, burner phones, clothing, jackets, things for detainees that are released from the Whipple building, because my understanding is that they have been releasing these detainees into this insanely cold weather with not enough clothing on them, no phone, no money, and in some cases, I've been told, they have dropped some of these folks in the woods area, which is a death sentence in this cold. Like, that's just shocking to me. So tell me a little bit about... Oh!
You're fine.
Okay, tell me a little bit about what you know.
So it's not just Haven Watch now. There's a few other organizations who are coordinating to pick up the people who are dropped on trails in the middle of the woods at parks to make sure that they also can get home safely. Haven Watch is generally looking for cash donations or gas cards or burner phones to be donated to them so that they can get people home safely. They pretty much just sit at the Whipple building 24/7 on shifts to make sure that everyone gets home safely because people get released 24/7. It ticks up at night generally. Really? Yeah, it does. So there's more people who are getting released at night than during the day. There's also just families showing up and waiting and praying that their families is going to get released too.
So now, are the individuals that are being released, are they American citizens that were picked up? Are they people with green cards, various different?
Yeah, so the vast majority of them are U.S. citizens. Of course, Haven Watch doesn't really care what the status of anyone is, but the vast majority has been U.S. citizens. A few of the ones who aren't, most of those, as far as I know, all of the ones who aren't U.S. citizens are here on legal status of some kind. So
that's what I was kind of curious about, because I was assuming they want to deport everybody. So why are some of these folks being allowed to leave? And I know in Los Angeles, for example, they were scooping up all kinds of American citizens, and they were holding them and releasing them. What is some of the worst releases you have seen?
So they're basically being tortured in the Whipple facility, mentally tortured. Some of them aren't allowed to eat if they piss off an officer. Then they just won't get food for that day. They're not allowed to go to the bathroom unless they beg and plead. They're people who are just going about their day. After they murdered Alex Pretti, then a lot of the people who are out here protesting ended up getting scooped up and at the Whipple building. So there's all kinds of people. Yeah, please be careful. Yeah. 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 Basically, the Whipple or the Haven Watch group, especially if you're wanting to volunteer with them, they're especially looking for people who are multilingual, especially in Spanish, and who have trauma training, because these people have just gone through hell being in that building, being tortured day after day, mentally being like, oh yeah, we're going to release you here in a few hours. And then they come back and never mind, we're not going to do that. And just going back and forth. So they never know when they're going to get released. They're never on solid ground. They're just completely alone in there with no way to contact home. A lot of people, they are trying to get out their alien identification number to people so that their family would be able to contact them, because their family can't contact them unless they have that number, but they can't get that number from the DHS or ICE or anyone. Yeah.
It's an impossible situation, and I didn't realize they were also bringing protesters that they were scooping up down there, so that makes sense. I will say that I did have someone that I spoke to didn't want to go on record, obviously. It's a little bit scary for folks out there right now, because you've got Kash Patel basically saying, I'm going to now start monitoring all of the signal chats that the organizers are organizing in. Yeah. I have no idea what kind of a criminal predicate he would use to justify that. Generally, when FBI opens up investigations into suspicious of domestic terrorism or something, and normally these are people that are posting photos of pipe bombs. Let's be clear; these are people that are generally could be doing some scary stuff. But this is how politicized that this administration is. They're basically saying we're going to open up these investigations into people that are not doing anything other than exercising their constitutional rights. I've been in several of these rooms. You can look into me, I guess. I haven't seen anything that has even remotely indicated any sort of level of domestic terrorism. So this is a crazy thing. But I also think that maybe he's saying this because he wants to sort of chill the activity, chill the First Amendment as the end game. So I did talk to a woman, so this is the long way of me getting to this, who basically told me that there had been a woman who was pregnant and they had her chained up.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they've been raiding hospitals this lately too, and they have been trying to like put people in handcuffs in hospitals, even though you can't do that under a civil process. It's only if it's like criminal process that they can do that. I've seen stuff circulating around nurses that like they're trying to tell nurses the rights around what ICE can do, and ICE is trying to stay in the room when talking about their healthcare issues, even though they have no access, and under HIPAA the nurses can't tell them any information. Right, exactly. And they're basically ICE. Yeah.
We're good, it's fine.
But basically, ICE and DHS and Border Patrol and all these people who have invaded our state will do whatever they want and claim it's legal because they decided it is, whether or not it actually should be or is. And
yeah, in fact, I saw a video of some interaction that happened around here the other day where the ICE agent literally said, "Yeah, I am the law."
Right.
So they obviously believe that they can act without impunity. I'm also a little bit concerned about the situation developing where they're basically saying that they don't have to pay attention to the Fourth Amendment anymore. If they can just go into somebody's private residence without a signed judicial warrant, which is entirely unconstitutional.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they have an internal memo that is claiming that their administrative warrants, which they sign themselves, is enough to do whatever they want and go wherever they want and apprehend whoever and whatever they want and claim that they have full immunity, as the vice president said.
Well, you know, that's just it. They do right now because Trump is in office, but I appreciated one of the gals that spoke this evening made the case that Trump's not always going to be in office, and eventually there is going to be justice served. Eventually there is going to be trials. Eventually people are going to be, you know, held accountable for what they're doing right now. Yeah. But will we make it that far?
Minnesota's not going to forget. None of us are going to forget. None of us are going to stop being out here until they leave. And even once they leave, we're going to continue fighting for justice for all of the people who've been kidnapped, for all of our neighbors who've been harmed, for all of our neighbors who are scared, and for everyone who's been killed.
You know, and that's part of something that's happening too. As Trump and his merry band of whatever you want to call these folks move from city to city, the heat and the attention in the media gets taken away from the previous cities that these guys have been operating in. And I'm here to tell you they're still operating in all of those cities. In Los Angeles, this stuff is still going on the daily. Just like it is here, but it's not getting the same amount of attention. I will say this, Border Patrol is far more barbaric in their operations than the rest of the DHS group is. And I think that's partly what drives what we're seeing in the cities where it escalates the way it has here, is like not just Greg Bovino, but any of the Border Patrol groups that come in. And the predicate for that is kind of wild. I mean, if you just say that the border is 100 miles from any airport, that's the entire country. And that's clearly not what Border Patrol was set up to do. But here we are. So you also are out there doing the volunteer work. There's some tables sitting up there where you have hot coffee, and that's for protesters, other folks.
Yeah. So we have hot coffee and snacks and set up a toaster oven to make pizza and cup noodle. And at this point, we've been doing this since last Friday. And probably at this point, we put a bunch of money into it at the beginning, but now like 75% of what sits on the 4 folding tables that we've got out there have just been donations from the community to help make sure that people are fed, that people are warm, that they keep coming out and feel supported coming out.
Indeed. Well, I was there a couple days ago. A guy came by in a van, and he had a bunch of blankets in the back, and he's like, I want to just donate these blankets to you guys, dropped them off. So again, that sense of community that we see here in Minneapolis is so strong.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
we take care of us. We're not going to forget. We're going to keep watching, and we're going to keep documenting, and one day they're going to face justice for what they're doing. We won't forget.
Thank you for talking with us and explaining all that. I think this is a really good program. It's mutual aid, right? This is the basic form of mutual aid, and it's something that doesn't get discussed very often by the media, but I think this has been a real backbone to what's going on here. And these guys really obviously need help. If you're let loose in the woods and it's negative 7 degrees out, you're going to die from exposure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just another form of cruelty.
It is. Yeah, they're just slightly more cruel than they are lazy, and are just releasing people anywhere that'll cause the most harm. But yeah, in terms of mutual aid in the community, it's incredibly strong, and everyone is very determined, and we're scared, yes, but we're more pissed than scared. And we defend our own. And there's tons of people and businesses that are running all kinds of mutual aid efforts. I know Smitten Kitten, which is a sex toy shop, is running the most mutual aid around the Twin Cities area, and is right now, they're wonderful. And right now they're doing a lot of drives around making sure that people get their rent paid so that they don't get evicted right now, because we don't have an eviction moratorium going on, and getting evicted right now, both because of the weather and because of ICE and Border Patrol and DHS, would be a death sentence for a lot of people.
I'm so glad you brought that up. As I was about to end the interview, you brought that up, and this is a good point. We should probably bring this up too. So folks can't get to work. They're scared to go out, right? Because they're afraid they're going to get picked up. Right. They can't go out and get their groceries. Like, this is a real economic problem in these communities right now. Yeah. And we were at the Mercado. We were at Carmel. Like, you can tell, like, nobody's in there shopping. A lot of the workers aren't showing up for work, but they still have to pay their bills.
It's not just that, too. There's a lot of the volunteers at various food banks and everything are people of color. And so they're afraid to go and volunteer there. In my town, in Cottage Grove, what really started all of this for me and like made me the most angry was someone got picked up in the middle of their fucking volunteer shift at a food bank. They want to say it's the worst of the worst, and it's a man who is volunteering at the food bank, as he has been doing every week for several weeks while he's been out on disability because he was injured at work. And that's what he's spending his time doing, is just volunteering at a food bank. And they abducted him and kept him for a week. No one knew where he was or how to get a hold of him. He was abducted and held in custody for a week. And it's just enraging what they're doing.
They're definitely not picking up criminals. That's just a lie. Right. That's been... I mean, their own data doesn't even show that, which is so funny when you see Christine Ohm saying this, like, your own data doesn't even prove that that's true. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, and the list of the violent criminals that they said that they picked up were from before they did this invasion of our state, and were people that our Department of Corrections had willingly handed over to the government prior to this invasion of our city. And
this is all political theater of the worst kind, and I also think it's driven by a lot of desire for white nationalism. A lot of the folks that are in the Trump administration have long histories of trying to convince other people that they should overturn the 14th Amendment, that birthright should not be a thing, that not only should they get rid of all the immigrants, but all brown folks. So that's definitely an undertone here. It's not being said maybe directly out loud, but it's definitely an undertone.
And it's not just white nationalism, it's white Christian nationalism, too. Yeah. They don't care about any other religion. They don't care about any other people.
Can I tell you, it's just wild to me, because if you've read Christ's teachings...
Yeah. Take care of your neighbor and care for the sick and care for the hungry. People are angry that there's a protest at a church when that's literally a story in the Bible of Jesus having gone into a church and protested. And they're talking about, like, they don't have money and that means that they're terrible people or whatever. But Jesus was the one who said that it's more likely to pass through the eye of a needle than for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into the gates of heaven. It's insane.
It is insane. Oh, goodness. All right. As I'm waxing my arm around and blowing out your candle. All right. Thank you so much for talking with us and for that post ad hoc note at the end there, because I thought that was important information. I do want to, we'll spin around and get this great shot I'm seeing right now of this memorial that's been set up here. This is the exact location where Alex Pretti was murdered. And people have just come and... Thank you so much.
There's a note over to the right that's from one of his students.
Oh, okay.
It's really moving.
Do you know what is it a long note?
It's not very long. It's on purple paper over there.
Go read that. So people have been coming over, dropping notes next to the candles. There's flowers, all kinds of things. So I want to come over here and read some of these notes. This one says, God grant us the serenity, hi there, to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Alex Pretti stood. We have a young one here lighting candles. It's so touching. Alex Pretti stood up for our neighbors. He was murdered by ICE goons. Greg Bovino, Tom Homan, Kristi Noem, J.D. Vance, and the pedophile Donald Trump, and every single person who supported them. Do not forget, do not forgive. Hate has no space here. Thank you, Alex, for your sacrifice. Rest in defiance, Alex. We love your courage. Justice for our murdered neighbor. I think my toes are ice cubes now.
Oh, I can't feel them anymore.
Right? It's really cold out. This is just a really beautiful memorial.
He said.
I just, as you're looking at this beautiful memorial with all the lit candles, I wanted to give you an update. Ken Cliftonstein has done some research and has some original reporting on this, but two senior national security officials tell me that there are more than a dozen secret and obscure watch lists that Homeland Security and the FBI are using to track protesters, both anti-ICE and pro-Palestinian, quote-unquote Antifa, and others who are labeled as quote-unquote domestic terrorists. Obviously, these folks are not domestic terrorists. This is just the Trump administration politicizing law enforcement. Meanwhile, we have neo-Nazis making pipe bombs in their chat rooms, and apparently that's no longer something that Trump cares about, which is a little bit scary, quite frankly. Ken goes on to say, I can reveal for the first time that some of the secret lists and applications go by code names like Blue Key, Grapevine, Hummingbird, Reaper, Sandcastle, Sienna, Slipstream, Sparta, and a few others. Some of these, like Hummingbird, were created to vet and track immigrants, in the case Afghans seeking to settle in the United States. So that's some scary stuff. It's not surprising, but it's a little bit scary. Wanted to mention also that there is another big march planned for this Friday that we will be live streaming from. And again, just want to mention, if you are not a member, please consider becoming one. It is your membership that allows us to come out here and report on these very important stories that often fall through the cracks. So we want to do more of this, and it costs money. Please go to statuscoup.com/join. That $5 is what helps pay for our hotel, our airfare, our food on the road, the live view, and all the other things that it takes to bring you these stories. So I also wanted to mention that one of the witnesses that saw Alex Pretti murdered filed a court affidavit, and in that court affidavit, it basically says that he was detained for hours. He watched the agent shoot him, and whether I knew him or not, he died for a cause. And I think a lot of people feel that. They feel that his death wasn't in vain, that it was for a cause that mattered to a lot of people. And then also federal Judge Patrick, he canceled the hearing with ICE Chief Todd Lyons. There was supposed to be a contempt hearing, but he did say that ICE has violated more court orders than one could imagine. ICE is not a law unto itself, is one of his quotes. And, I think that's an important point. Like we mentioned earlier, there was that one agent who basically said to a rapid response person that he was the law. I think these guys actually might believe that, which is clearly not the case. The U.S. Constitution is the law of the land. All right, with that, folks, I got to tell you, my hands and feet are frozen ice cubes. It is so insanely cold out here. It is amazing how many people came out tonight to participate in this vigil, weathering this cold weather. My hand is so cold. I have to put my gloves back on. All right, folks, with that, we are going to sign out. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for this very important vigil for Alex Pretti. It was organized by the nurses. And stay tuned. We will be live streaming on Friday for the General Strike March. We will be out in the field tomorrow recording more things, and we do have some new content about what happened today to release tomorrow, so stay tuned.